It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way.
A few moments later.
Where is Anuj? Yeah. He's not yet here. Anuj, are you there? Anuj.
Isaac, I'm here, bro. Hey, Isaac, how are you, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you doing? It's so great to see you.
I'm doing good.
What are you doing?
What I will do? I'm just doing the housework, and you know my present situation. But you know what? I'm trying something different. Some different challenges.
Challenges? What challenges?
Well, those are instant challenges. You want to see that? Then only you'll understand it.
Of course. Show me, Anuj.
Okay, wait. Let me show it to you. Let me share my screen. Hi. So I'm here ready for my instant momo challenge. So to begin, I'll just hit the gas. We'll just count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's ready. Let me put off the gas. Oh yes, it is ready. Here we go. Just give me a second. So here is the instant momo. This is an instant view. Now don't get confused and comment that it is a garlic, because these are momos, okay?
Wow, man, Anuj. I never knew that you could do these things. I also had an instant challenge.
Wow.
You want to see
that?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, obviously.
Let me show you. Let me share my screen.
Please.
Hey guys, thank you for joining me on my video. So today my challenge is I'm going to make instant YY. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that's it, guys. Instant YY. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.
Wow, Isaac. I must say that you are a secret superstar. I did another challenge too. You want to see that?
Yeah, man. Show me, please.
Wait. Let me share the screen again. Hi. So here is my instant dalgona challenge. So dal go on a rice. Here it is. So कैसा लगा मेरा मजाक?
Wow, Anuj, that's great. It looks like you're like having a great time and just passing your time by doing these challenges. It's really good, man.
What to do, bro? Like, I have to pass my time and I have to do something to make fun of these challenges. What's the time now?
Time. It's 6 p.m. right now. You know? It's 6
I know.
p.m. And 6 p.m. means it's rave time!
Oh, yes, man. Then what are we waiting for? Let's start then.
Yeah, man. Hey, guys. Welcome to Rave 2020. Welcome to Rave Super Sunday, Part 3.
And we are so glad that you all could join us.
Today at Rave, we're looking at a theme that's entitled Beyond Now.
Oh, wait, what did you say? Beyond now. Bro, I am not allowed to go beyond the gate. How can you expect me to go beyond now? Wait, now. Now you mean to say boat, right? And for that we have to go to Babu Ghat, yeah? Because all the now is there. How can you go beyond now?
Not that now, yeah. I'm talking about now. Now as in like present.
You mean to say gift? Are you talking about gift? You mean offer?
Now as in Abhi.
Abhi Das stays in the 3rd floor on my building. Why are you talking about him?
Stay for Rave tonight and you'll come to know what Beyond Now means. Yes, guys, you too, if you're confused what it means,
okay,
well, stay tuned and you keep watching, and I'm sure by the end of tonight, you'll come to know what going beyond now means.
For that, we also have our guest presenters for tonight, Mr. Zachary Ray and Mr. BC Madhav. So don't go anywhere, guys. Just sit back and enjoy.
Zachary Ray is a singer, songwriter, and a versatile musician. He has a deep and lasting connection and a deep passion for music. He is a father and a friend to the city of Kolkata. Please welcome Zachary Ray to Rave 2020.
Hey, this is Zachary Ray, and I'm here with my friend David and Ethan. We're here at Griffin, really great friends of Calcutta, and we're just really excited to be here with everyone for Rave 2020. Why don't you join us in worship?
Who breaks the power of sin and darkness? Whose love is mighty and so much stronger? The King of glory, the King above all kings. Oh yeah. Who shakes the whole earth with holy thunder and leaves us breathless in awe and wonder? The King of glory, the King above all kings. Yeah, this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. Oh, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. You laid down your life, yes you did, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Oh, yeah. Who brings our chaos? Who brings our chaos back into order? Who makes the orphan a son and daughter? The King of glory, the King of glory, who rules the nations with truth and justice, shines like the sun in all of his brilliance. The King of glory, the King above all kings. So this is amazing grace. This is unfailing love. Oh Jesus, that you would take my place, that you would bear my cross. Oh, you laid down your life, that I would be set free. Oh, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. We sing worthy, and worthy is the Lamb who is slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who is slain. Oh, worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Oh, worthy is the Lamb who is slain. Yeah, worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who is slain. Worthy, worthy, worthy. This is amazing grace. Oh yeah, this is unfailing love. The weapon may be formed, but it won't prosper. When the darkness falls, it won't prevail. 'Cause the God I serve knows only how to triumph. And my God will never fail. Oh, my God will never fail. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. So good, Lord, strong and mighty. There's power in the mighty name of Jesus. Every war he wages, he will win. Oh, and I'm not backing down from any giant, no, no. And I know how this story ends, oh yeah. I know how this story ends. And I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. Oh, you take what the enemy meant for evil, you turn it for good. You turn it for good. Yes, you do, God. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good every time. You take what, oh, you take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good every time, God. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant, you take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good, yeah. Oh, you take what the enemy meant for evil, you turn it for good. You turn it for good. And I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. Come on, sing it out. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. One more time. And I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. And I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you, we live for you. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. And we sing, holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. You're worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Jesus, the name. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. You're worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. And we sing, holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken, and I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. And with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me.
BC Madhav is an experienced leader in the corporate sector with over 3 decades of experience. He is currently the CEO and National Director of World Vision India, which is a global humanitarian organization serving 2.6 million children in over 5,000 communities across India. Prior to joining World Vision in March 2020, he served as the Chief Operating Officers of Varun Group of Companies. He is an interesting communicator and a sought-after speaker. Please welcome to Rave 2020, BC Madhav.
Thank you, Jacob and team, for having me on the Rave 2020 again. And I remember very fondly speaking in 2018 Rave and also in 2019. And again, I'm making a hat trick of speaking in Rave the third consecutive year in 2020 again. What a joy it is to be part of Rave year after year. You are a very, very exciting bunch of people, and in this time to really speak virtually made it even more exciting. Thank you, Jacob and Rave team, for putting together a fabulous event together like this. God bless you all. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening to see all of you joining on this Rave session today. And I'm going to share with you today Beyond Now. So when the team gave me this topic and I asked them, what is this Beyond Now? That looks like a bit of a contradiction. One is a beyond and the other one is a now. And they said, we want you to talk about what's the life like in the future? And how do we actually fit ourselves into that future? And I said, hey, that's interesting. And when I started to look at the COVID-19 pandemic and the life that is ahead, and I thought I'm going to share with you 3 things, 3 perspectives. We are living in a life that is completely contradictory. The new normal, they call it. On one hand, new is basically something that has not been tried before. Normal is something that you have already done. How do you combine new normal? Look at the world that is around, completely locked down, yet there is a struggle whether we should lift the lockdown and then have the life as normal as before, or should we actually stay inside the houses? So the whole debate is that should we protect the life or should we provide for the livelihood? The life and the livelihood. Again, there is a lot of a battle. In search of the livelihood, a lot of migrant workers lost their life on the way to their villages. Life seems to be in a lot of a transitory mode, a lot of change happening. There is a lot of fear about the future, fear about living itself. The virus and the life that right now we are living has put a lot of question marks around us. I'm sure you also have the same question marks. Your life has come to a standstill. Your dreams must have come to a standstill. You thought that probably you could go and do something and you had so many plans ahead and all those plans came to a standstill. Your plans for marriage would have come to a standstill. Your plans for investments could have come to a standstill. Your plans for future and your career and your studies, every sphere of your life has come to a standstill, and there is a fear of uncertainty. So in this kind of an environment, how do you actually live? And how you think that you can take your life forward? I'll leave with you 3 perspectives to start with. The first perspective I want you to understand is that there is a movement, this journey that everybody needs to take from paralysis to progress. Right now, you're living in a world of paralysis, complete paralysis, standstill. And when you really sometimes look into life during this kind of a standstill mode, you get into a kind of an analysis about what went wrong in your life or what went wrong in life itself. I want you to understand a paralysis of analysis would not lead you anywhere. But what you need to do is to move towards progress. What are the things that can make your life progress further? And you need to actually invest on those things. Things that can actually benefit you. One of the things that Bible tells, and which I always liked, is that in the Bible it says that always think about the things that are noble, things that are beneficial, things that can actually have a positive impact on you. And do not think of the things that are actually lowly, things that can actually have a negative effects on your life. The Bible really talked about positivity there. And I like that. And I want you to understand, for progress, positivity is important. Without positivity, you would move into paralysis. So I want you to understand that the paralysis life, paralytic life, in order for it to move into progress mode, you need to have and get that kind of a positive thinking. Be positive about your life. Don't bring negativity into your life. That's number one. Number two, I want you to think that there is a lot of a conflict that is happening, and there are a lot of contradictions happening here. Today in life that is and a life that is ahead will have a lot of conflicts and contradictions. Should we protect the life or should we protect the livelihood? What am I supposed to do when I'm actually in this kind of a situation? There's a lot of conflicting ideas that can come into your life. Life is going to be more of a collaborative mode in the days that is ahead. You already must have tested that kind of a collaboration today. You started to understand that you are not all by yourself. On one hand, you are physically being distant from others. Socially and collaboratively, you are able to produce a lot more. Your collaboration skills must have gone up. I want you to understand there is a lot of positivity around it as well. You also would understand that the success is not a singularity. Success doesn't come just because you are by yourself. Success comes into your life because you collaborated with several others. Your parents, your siblings, your friends, all must have contributed to your mental status in some form or the other. You would have realized that it is these collaborative relationships that have contributed for a kind of a growth into your life. The positivity that comes into your life comes because of the collaboration, not because of the conflicts that you actually enjoy in your mind. If there are any kind of a conflicts that are there in your mind, I want you to actually move away from conflicting kind of a lifestyle and conflicting kind of a mindset to a collaborative mindset. When you want to finish a task, you would think in terms of who can help me. Is there a technology that can help me? Is my skills and my abilities can help me? So you started to think about your skill, your knowledge and your abilities along with the technology, along with your social and your friends. And you can also see how your family is able to support in that endeavor. You see, life is becoming more a collaborative endeavor. And I want you to understand, even in future, it is in the collaborative settings that you will have life. Learn that art of collaboration. The third one that is going to be a very good, important perspective that I want you to understand is move away from mediocrity to momentum. Gain the momentum into your life. Mediocrity will not be tolerated. The reason is that because in a world where there is a demand for excellence, now that is what is going to be, mediocrity will not be tolerated. If I'm starting to function in the way that I used to, I tell you, mediocrity is not going to be rewarded anymore. Cannot be even tolerated anymore. Because in a world where there is more is needed with a less of input, then mediocrity doesn't have a place. You need a momentum into your life. That momentum should come from an external force into your life. As much as you can think of positivity in your mind, you can think of collaborations in your life, but you need to have a momentum. While you have the positivity in thinking and collaborations in your relationship, but if you don't create that momentum, you are not going anywhere. How many of you have actually gone into a kind of a roller coaster? A roller coaster can give you a kind of a sense of a momentum, but it doesn't go anywhere, isn't it? It's just there. Some of us are like that. And we think that that's progress. That's not progress. You're just actually oscillating between success to a failure. But you are not making that as a consistently success and success. So I want you to understand there has to be a momentum into your life, and that momentum should come sometimes from an external force. Maybe a stress sometimes even can be an external momentum where you feel that, why am I stressed? Maybe I need to actually get out from my position. Or you need a help of your friend. Maybe a rave. And your rave session can be a momentum, a point of making a progress into your life. So here are the three things that I want you to understand, the three perspectives. The first perspective is, in order for you to understand the future that is ahead, first perspective is that think and make sure that you move away from paralysis to progress. Second one I want you to understand is to move away from a conflicting mentality to a collaborative mindset. A collaborative relationships, a collaborative way of functioning. The third one is that mediocrity to gaining a momentum. I'm not saying that mediocrity to excellence, mediocrity to super excellence, because super excellence doesn't come overnight. It's a journey. So that's why I'm saying from mediocrity to momentum. Create that momentum into your life. So how do I actually get all these ones? And I'm going to share with you three important elements that I want you to understand. I'm taking that now, N-O-W, and I'm going to give you a different meaning. The first one is that make sure that you nurture thoughts of change in your mind. Nurture the thoughts of change. Without nurturing the thoughts of change in your mind, you will never be able to be relevant in the future that is ahead. Nurture the thoughts in your mind. I remember there is a story in the Bible where the story says that there is two brothers, and one of the younger brother goes to his dad and says that, you know what, actually I'm fed up with life and I don't want to live with you anymore, and give my share of money and I would go and live the way that I wanted. Seems to be a kind of a guy that I see most of the time on the streets and in everywhere. So this guy takes the money and goes to a far-off country and spends all that money. And once that money is over, he joins in a job where he was taking care of pigs. So while he was actually taking care of the pigs, the whole story was to tell how a person with all his decisions actually ended up finally. He was actually living with the pigs, and it is at that time that he started to think differently. The Bible says there in that story, he came back to his senses. Very, very excellent story in Luke chapter 15 there. If you are interested to see that, look for yourself in the Bible. It's an excellent story. So he came back to his senses. And then he says that I want to think about it. My situation today looks like my situation is very bad. When I was with my dad and I used to live a better life, the servants in my father's house are living far better than the life that I'm living right now. So therefore, it is better I go back to my dad, tell him that it is better I don't deserve to be called as your son. Don't take me back as your son, but take me as one of your servants. You see, nurture the thoughts of a change. The only way you can be relevant in the future. You see, this man, this son was far away from his dad. He's still looking into the future. Looks like he is somebody who is in the kind of a state that we are in. A battle between a life and a livelihood. If I stay here, I might even lose my life because I'm actually starving to death now. If I go ahead, will I be actually make a living at all? So he is living in a constant fear until then, when he started to think that let me nurture thoughts of change. Nurture the thoughts of change. That's the starting point. Without the nurturing the thoughts of change, no change will happen to you. A lot of us think that, okay, probably my tomorrow is going to be better. But how is that going to be better? You see, momentum is created only by an external force. I want you to create that external force into your life. Say, this is a time that I need to change. Nurture the thoughts of change into your life. Second one is that make sure that you are obeying and obedient to your mind's discipline. What your actions and what your mind decided to do towards that change, obey that. Observe certain disciplines into your life. Obedience and observing certain disciplines into your life is very important. And that's exactly what this boy did, a young man. He was willing to be obedient to his actions. And he is willing to take the ownership of the actions. I want you to think the owner. Be obedient, be observant, and take the ownership. You've got to take the ownership to your actions. Without taking the ownership to your action, ownership of your actions, you're not going to make any change. So it's going to be my decision now. It's going to be my decision. The failure or success of my life in the future is dependent on the ownership that I take of my decisions. I failed because of you. I failed because of that thing going wrong in my life. I failed in my life because of that. I tell you why. The moment you start passing the buck onto the others and other things, that you will never be able to create a momentum into your life. You will actually be paralyzed in your own failures. You will be actually thinking and enjoying the conflicts that are happening in your life. You would actually also satisfied with the mediocrity in your life. But this is a time that you need to take the ownership. When you take the ownership, you are saying to that paralysis, no more. No more you can trouble me with paralysis of the analysis. No more that I would actually entertain any more conflicts and contradictions in my life. No more I would live a life of mediocrity. What if this young man was thinking, okay, the pigs are good, excellent, nice piggy on the railway, picking up stones. Imagine if he starts to actually singing and enjoying the life. Okay, let me make my life with the pigs now. He'll be like a Shrek. That's not the thing. His life is beyond the pigs. So he went ahead and he took the ownership of his actions. And so that's why he left that place. Momentum was created and he left from there and he went towards his father's house. W. Work on the disciplines that can make life success in your life. Work on it. Without working on the disciplines that are required, you will never achieve success in life. It is always important that you draw the action plan and work on them. So this is exactly what this young man did. He said, I'm going to do this. I will get up now and go and face my father, and I'm going to tell my father this is exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm sure he must have written it somewhere. Father, I have sinned against you and against heaven, and I am no more deserved to be called as your son. So therefore, take me as one of your servants. You see, first of all, accepting where you went wrong. Secondly, exactly where you want to be. Work on actionable disciplines. So he got up and went to meet the father. And the story says that when the father saw, he came and hugged his son. Just because he heard, the son did not forget what he's supposed to do. Just because some of the things already started to work in my favor doesn't mean that I should not actually start working on my actions. The father actually hugged the son, and immediately the son said, Father, I want to tell you something. He already started towards the actions that he committed to do. Work on the actions that you decided to do, however favorable the situation might be in future. I'm sure while you are sitting at home and thinking, you know what, actually, I would use this time to learn more. Maybe you are a computer engineer, you wanted to do or probably learn a new language, and you might be working on that. Maybe you are working on something else, and maybe some new skill that you want to do. Maybe you started helping your mom and dad at home, and you started working and cooking and helping, and looks like you are the nicest child that your parents ever had. But suddenly, once things started to improve and look better, what would happen? The things that we decided to do, we will not do it anymore. That is where the problem is. And so that's why I'm saying to you, work on the actions that you decided to do, irrespective whether the situation is favorable or not. When you do that, you will become relevant in the future. So friends, I share with you this now principle. Beyond now. The now principle says a nourish, a nurture, a good change and action, change in your mind. Actions that can change your mind. O, observe, organize yourself, take ownership of the actions that you're going to take, irrespective of it. Take and make sure that you have the actions. Be obedient to those actions. Take the ownership to the actions. The third one, work on those actions irrespective of how favorable the conditions might be. Work on them. When you do that kind of a disciplined way of going forward, you will see your livelihood much better. You will earn your livelihood. your life becomes much better. And our Prime Minister said, Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant. How do you get that self-reliance? The self-reliance doesn't come just because somebody gave you money. Self-reliance comes when you take that money and make sure that that is only an impetus, that is only a kind of an external action and force that is exerted on you so that you can create a momentum into your life. Create that momentum into your life so that you would really become self-reliant. And you also become reliant on your actions, reliant on your attitudes, reliant on God who is going to give you that kind of a strength. So if you are actually sitting there and thinking, all that pastor is saying is right, all that Madhav is saying is right, I want to change. Yes, I want to nurture actions and I want to nurture things that can change me. Yes, I want to take the ownership right now. Yes, I want to work on the action. If that is a kind of a decision that you want to take, and I just want to encourage you to look at the kind of things that can change. And one of the things that changed my life was that when I committed my life to Jesus, and I was no more the kind of a person that I used to be. I was very, very bad in many ways that my life did not go in the way that I wanted it to go because of my own failures. But when I encountered Jesus, when Jesus started to teach me and tell me that this is not the way that you can live life, and then when I started to read the Bible, when I started to meditate on the Bible, and when I started to follow Jesus, my life has been changed. And today, I'm actually more focused than I used to be. I'm more disciplined than what I used to be. And I'm able to take ownership to many of my actions because I start to follow Jesus. Does it mean that I don't see failures? That is not what it is. Even if there is a failure that comes on my way, and I know that I was successful in my past and Jesus helped me, so therefore He's going to help me even now. So that's the confidence that Jesus brought into my life. If you are in a similar situation like that, and I want you to understand that Jesus can help you on this, and there are people who can help you on this. And if you have specific questions that you want to ask, how you can actually change certain things that are in your life, I would be happy to answer some of your questions in our question answer session. Thank you so patiently listening to this message. And shall we just bow our heads and just for a short prayer. Father, I pray that even as those who are listening very intently to this message, bless them. If there are changes that are required in their life, I pray, Lord, that you give them the courage and faith to make those changes in their life so that they can be relevant, and they can be fruitful, and they can be successful in the things that they set out to do in their life. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. God bless you and have a wonderful evening and enjoy the life that is ahead.
Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you have never failed me yet. Waiting for change to come, knowing the battle's won, for you have never failed me yet. is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me, yeah. I know the night won't last. Your word will come to pass. My heart will sing your praise again. Jesus, you're still enough. Keep me within your love. My heart will sing your praise again. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail me, yeah. I've seen you move. You move the mountain, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I've seen you move. You move the mountain, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I've seen you move. You move the mountain, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I've seen you move. You move the mountain, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. Your promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never fail.
We trust that you have been blessed, even as you've heard from both of our guest presenters. And you know what, this evening, I want you to just take some time to think of what your now looks like. You just take some time to close your eyes wherever you are. Think of what your now looks like. There may be a definition for it at this point of time, but like we heard, God is in the business of changing where we are heading. And even as we put our trust in God, let's just look to Him in prayer, and you can pray this in your hearts along with me. God, we thank you that your word reminds us that, Lord, you know the plans you have for us. God, whatever our plans may be and whatever our circumstances may be, we pray that you would help us to go beyond now. Help us, Lord, to find that hope in you this evening. We trust you are in complete control. We thank you. In your name we ask this prayer. Amen.
Wow, Isaac, that was amazing. I really want to thank Mr. BC Madhav that from today onwards, I got a new perspective on now, but not on the boat, but present. And of course, I would also thank Mr. Zach. Thank you so much for all those songs, especially the song Do It Again. It really relates to the present situation for everyone. I wish I could ask you to do it again. I can watch this episode again sometime later. Anyways, Isaac, thank you so much. I really had a good time. But I have to leave now because I really need to go and learn how to make the momos properly, bro.
Hey, Anuj, just stay for half an hour more, right? I mean, we're going to have the virtual Adda right now.
What Adda? Why Adda, bro? The government is always against this Adda. Right now at this situation, why are you talking about Adda? Are you going to make any Adda? What Adda?
No, it's virtual Adda. It's like what we are doing right now. Virtual Adda is the new Adda. It's hanging out together on the Zoom platform. Tonight, right after Rave, we're going to meet on Zoom, and our guest presenters are also going to be there. You know what, guys?
Wow.
You might get the link right now. Not you might, you will get the link right now on your screen. And why don't you connect through that link and join us on Zoom right after Rave tonight, and we're going to have this time of interaction and fun. So hoping to see you guys, and definitely hoping to see you, Anuj.
But Isaac, virtual Adda is good, but I also want to talk to someone.
You want to talk to someone? Anuj, you and me have been talking to each other for the last 1 hour.
Well, I know, Isaac, you're my good friend and it's good to talk to you, but I need to talk to someone better. Please don't mind.
Okay, Anuj, I understand. Well, if you want to talk to someone, or guys, if you also want to talk to someone, then you can contact us on our helpline numbers, which will be up on your screen right now. You can also follow us on our website, that is www.soullight.in, and you can also follow us on our social media pages. So I was just thinking, why don't you do the Bible plan with us?
So, Bible plan? Now, what is that?
So see, based on the themes of Rave, that happen every week, we are doing a Bible plan together, like the whole Rave family is doing a Bible plan together. And that Bible plan is being posted on the Rave Going Beyond Facebook group. And you can join that group, and that plan will be posted there. And we can do this together on the YouVersion app.
मैं अनुज बागे आपसे अलविदा लेता हूं। तब तक के लिए आप सावधान रहें, अपना ख्याल रखें, सतर्क रहें और अपने घर में रहें। जय हिंद।
Yes, guys, remember to stay home, stay safe, and also remember to join us on our virtual Adda right now after Rave is over.